I don't intend. Yeah. Okay, guys. Good morning. So this is GBP USD actually. And like I used to say, the first thing you need to do whenever you want to analyze a particular market is to start from the higher time frame. Now, why are you starting from the higher time frame? Like most times, I start daily. Yeah. Start from the higher time frame. Now, why are you starting from the higher time frame? Just to check the market structure. Now, this is not a new news to us that market has actually been doing some crazy shit. Like for instance, market has not been doing well as expected, especially in GPY pairs like GBP, GPY, CAD, GPY. It has actually been giving a lot of people hard time. Yeah, so basically we can still see that our trade is still on a beautiful downtrend, right? You can see it from here that we have a downtrend and is still following that order. We have an higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, like that respectively. So I am still expecting more to the downside. I'm still expecting more to the downside from next week. So basically the market structure is still telling us that price is still going to come down. So what we're expecting is to look for sales. But now I'm not going to be taking the sales. Why? Market structure is just a confirmation to know where the market is going to, the trend, and if it has broken the trend. And as you can see here, it has not broken the trend, meaning there's still high chance the market is still going to go down the more. But before that, let's not forget that even if market has not broken this, we still have what we call the order flow. Yeah, so basically what I do most times is to follow the order flow. Let's remove the drawings. Yeah. So this is the daily time frame. Now the next time frame I go to is the 12-hour time frame. Now remember, daily time frame is actually 24 hours, right? Where is my brush? Yeah, it's actually 24 hours. So after the 24 hours time frame, the next time frame we are going to be going to is the 12-hour time frame. So that's just it. We're going to the 12-hour time frame to see what the market is actually trying to tell us. Just remove all this here. So let's go to 12-hour time frame. Yeah, so 12-hour time frame now, we can see nice impulsive movement from this particular place. As I said, it's still going to be a sell. You can see nice impulsive movement here. Now, this area here, price needed to fill it, and it actually did this obligation by filling it to this particular point. But as you can see, it's still in the FVG side. So if you want to keep something here, just keep this here. You can say, okay, this is the fair value gap. Sorry. This is the fair value gap, right? So price is still in this particular region. So I'm not going to be I'm still expecting price to actually break this place because it's creating liquidity in this particular region here. So until price breaks this place and tries to either come back to this place to mitigate our other block somewhere here, that is only when I'm going to be taking the sell. But for now, we're still going to be respecting ourselves and take the buy. All right, so let's see how it's going to go. Let's go to our 8-hour time frame. Now, 8-hour time frame still actually showing the same thing. Only that the difference is that now I can see an accumulation in this particular region here. Looks small, but on a smaller time frame, it looks more beautiful, and you'll be able to see this. Now, if you remember, I said something before one of our classes. I said, whenever you see an accumulation, there's a high chance that it either comes down like this, then goes up, and comes down to respect this particular region, or it goes like this, goes up first, then comes down to maybe a particular order block here, then keeps going up, then respects this a particular order block here again, then down. Now, these are the likely or the possibilities that this will happen is very high. This particular one, this is what I'm going to be looking for in the market next week. If I can see this particular thing in the market, then I know that my sale is assured and I can actually still take the sell. Now, for now, basically, we'll be looking for buy opportunities to get to this particular region. Then from here, we'll get down again. So let's check a lower time frame again. The time frame, like I think, let's just see 1 hour. Yes. Now, this is where I have to give a full screen due to the fact that you have to see what I want you guys to see. Now, you can see this is a very beautiful accumulation. Why is it an accumulation? We have series of touches. As you can see, we can also call it a resistance touch here. We have 1, we have 2, then we have 3, and it is respected it very much. So we have 1 here, we have 2 here, we have 3. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is, okay, since it has broken this particular place, it has created what liquidity on this place. Let's not forget that whenever you see series of touches, there's a high chance that it must break that particular region. So I can say the price has created what liquidity in this particular region. Yeah, so sorry, liquidity in this particular region. Then let's put this at the top. Let's make this bigger. Yeah, so this is the liquidity that price has created in this particular region. So I'm going to be expecting price to take out this liquidity first, right? I'm going to be expecting price to take out this liquidity first. Then after taking out, it's going to come down. Now, where is it coming down to? Why am I not going to take it from this particular? Am I going to take the sell? All those kind of questions. Yes, I'm going to take the sell in this particular region, but I know that it's not going to easily mitigate this any other block here, because the only value other block I can see here right now on our 1 hour time frame is somewhere here. Sorry, I can see this as a value other block, and maybe this or this. Let's just say these 2. So I'm going to pick 1. Just keep this as a slash in between. So I'm going to pick 1 on the lower time frame. So basically, this is what I'm going to be looking for in the market. I don't expect it to get to this place. If it gets to this place, then I'm not going to look for. If you can get back to this particular region here. Sorry, that's where my chart gets messy inside my analysis. Now, if you can get to this particular region here, then I expect sell to continue, right? So if you can get to that region, I expect just to continue. I may not look for any buy in this particular region. But if it doesn't get there, just give us a small breakout, then this is what I'm going to be expecting. Now I'm going to be expecting price to come to this particular region. Now you'll be wondering, is there an order block here? Yes, there's a very, very valid order block in this place. Now we'll be using what we call the replay method so that we can be able to see the other blocks that are in this particular region. You know, most times we just see weak and we're wondering why is it that price just gets to the weak and boom, start going up. It is because there are other blocks there. Now we'll be using this, make use of this just to cancel this, as if it never happened before. Yeah, so now let's just forget about all the formal drawings that we drew and let's just focus on this. Yeah, so we're going to focus on this. Now I'm going to a lower time frame, like maybe the 5 minutes time frame. Yes, now you can see clearly that there was a clean. Let's go back to our 1 hour time frame first. I can understand what I'm seeing in the market. Now you can see clearly that there's a break of market structure here, or should I say taking out of liquidity, which also can still stand as a break. Okay, it's not taking out liquidity, but okay, yeah, you have a break of market structure here, somewhere here. Now, if I'm to post this analysis, I'm not going to post it like this because of the fact that people will be so messed up. So I'm just going to post something that I feel is likely going to happen. Well, I have other possibilities, and these are the possibilities I'm trying to show you. Now we have the break of market structure here, and we have an impulsive move. Now, when you check further, you see that price did not feel this particular region. It didn't feel it at all. It just left it and kept on going. But if you notice it, there was a break of market structure in this particular place here. And something did happen. And what happened? Price came back to retest an order block in this particular region before it went up. So there's a high chance that price is going to come back here. Why? Because this is a clutch, not even a PMS. It's going to be a change of character in this particular, because this was a break of market structure here. It's actually very complicated when you see it on a 1 hour time frame. So we're going down on a 5 minute time frame. So you can see it clearly. Yes. Now, this is it. This is it. I'll be expecting price to come to this particular region. Why? Because we had a break of market structure which actually failed in this place here. A break of market structure that failed in this place here. Why did it fail? It was because of the fact that the impulsive movement was so high. As you can see, this is a very long impulsive movement that could break. Yeah, the impulsive movement actually broke this and gave us a break of market structure. Normally, because we had a series of downtrend here. Sorry, this is getting so messy, but I don't know if you understand. Just remove this. Let's remove this so that we can understand what I'm saying. Now we have a series of downtrend in this particular place, or should I say liquidity? We have lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and like that. So normally we're supposed to be expecting price, even when it gave us this, because this is going to be a change of character, right? We're expecting price since it came down and it didn't respect our support here. It didn't respect our support, I'm sorry, our supply in this particular region. So we're going to be expecting price. We're supposed to be expecting price to get to this particular side here. But instead, it gave us what we call a stomp hunt. Yeah, it gave us a stomp hunt, and yeah. So normally this is the first stomp hunt. People be like, okay, now it looks as if price wants to start going down, right? So it came down, gave a very nice break of market structure, but instead again, give us another stomp hunt. It sold for a while. Okay, this was supposed to be the sell. It sold just, as you can see, sold just small. Let's just keep this, sorry, let's just keep this in this particular region because this is actually the main order block, or we can say this is the other block. Yes, that sponsored the massive impulsive movement downward. We can also call it a sponsor candle. Now, but price did something. Price actually mitigated this other block here. As you can see, it mitigated our other block. But the difference is that it came down just small. It came down small, then boom, broke us out again. So now this is to tell you that price is actually willing to go up in our order flow, trying to go up. And if you keep on forcing the sell, even though it's going to sell later, but it's not ready, keep on hitting our stop loss. You understand? So it gave us this too. So now price didn't do something. Price didn't come back with all the shitty things that happened here. It didn't come back to come and test this. So I'm expecting price to give us, after it's all shit, expecting price to come here. So if I'm checking the 4 minutes time frame for a very valid order block, you can see clearly, let's remove this. You can see clearly without no doubt that this is a nice sponsor candle that hasn't been mitigated at all, right? This is a nice sponsor candle that hasn't been mitigated, and we are expecting it to be mitigated soon. Now, if I have to check the pips, let's check the pips together. So the pips is actually 32 pips. It's 32 pips. So I'm not going to be entering in this particular place. So you guys should not be worried. What I'm going to be doing is this. Let's put it back to 1 hour time frame so you can see clearly. That's just a confirmation of our buy, right? We're going to be doing what we call a confirmation entry, which I don't think I can actually post on this. I can actually do here because the price has not gotten there. But let me give you a simple analogy of what I feel is going to happen before I can take this, because the 2 pips is actually very big for me. So once price gets to this particular region here, if price can get to this region here, we have to be patient next week. If price can get here, what I'm going to be expecting is this, something like this, then like this, and like this. Sorry. Ugh, let me just remove this. Okay, so I'm going to be expecting something like this. Now, imagine price coming down to this particular region here to touch this, then moves up a bit, then comes back to this particular, because it's to create a sponsor candle to and start going up. Now, this is what I'm going to be waiting for in the market. I'm not going to be taking this. Why? Because this is so huge for me. So I'm going to be waiting for something simple, something small, and this particular place like this. Now, if I can see this, then I can take my buy. This should not give us maximum of 5 pips. So don't like always pick the sponsor candle because it looks valid. Yeah, it's going to go well, but it's not going to give you a very good risk reward. If I'm to calculate this risk reward from here, from here to the normal supply zone, it's not going to give us something huge. It's just going to give us something small compared to the pips. This is just 10. So if I'm risking $100, I'm going to get $1,000, which is not nice. Because if you check the pips, normally something that you could have caught, it's going to give you a swing. So like a 383 pips, right? So, but if you imagine if I'm taking this with a very small pips like this, let's just say, let's put this up here. This is even huge, but let's just put this up here. Now, this is 1:24 with about 17 pips. So 14 pips is still very huge. For me, most times I don't go above 10 pips. So let's just say 5 pips. Let's just imagine it's going to give us 5 pips, which I know I'm going to look for an entry that's going to give us 5 pips. So we're going to be expecting 1:50 from this particular trade. So let's just see how it's going to go. That is just my own analysis. It's personal. This is what I'm going to take next week. This is what I'm going to open for next week. Or even with all the things I just posted right now, there are still other analogies that I'm going to be posting. You can see this is how it is. This is how I'm going to be doing it next week. Looks so cool, right? So I'm going to be finding another entry from this particular region. Now, I don't know if you have a contrary view or you have something to score or you think it is nice, or I don't know. If you have a comment, just kindly tell me. If you have any question concerning this analysis, why I did this, why I did that, why I think it's going to happen, or what is the probability that's going to happen, you can kindly tell me so that we can learn together. Do you have any question? Do you have any question? Do you have any question?
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, boss FTP.
Yeah.
The network over my end is kind of bad anyway.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, the analysis, it's actually okay. So what you actually told us about this AMD. So is that wherever it breaks from,
yeah.
So the movement actually the inverse of
Yes.
where it breaks. So
from.
if it breaks down, if it breaks down now, the inverse is to go upwards.
Yeah.
So
so that's why I said that's why I said whenever I can see a nice break like this, let me show you. Okay. Yeah, so if I can see a nice break here like this to the downside, all I'm going to be waiting for is something like this and come down. Or instead of me waiting for this long process, I'm just going to be finding, because this AMD is a very, very huge one. It's not like something I'm going to spot on a smaller time frame, something I'm spotting on a very big time frame. So I spotted this from 12 hours before we started moving down to smaller time frames, started minimizing. So I'm not going to be actually following this, but I know that, okay, since it's going to be the inverse, I'm looking for a buy to this particular region here. Yeah, so this is going to totally fuel this particular imbalance in the market. So once it feels it, then I can say, okay, it's time for us to sell. But for now, I'm still seeing a buy move. But now, let me go deeper so that I can show you what else I'm going to be seeing, because I can't just be waiting and be hoping for the market to just come back to this place. When it's going to take me at least 3 days before it gets to this particular region. So in order not to miss opportunities, I'm going to be going down to a smaller time frame. Now, what I'm going to be doing now is that I'm going to be scrapping all this. But before I do that, let me just save it because I don't want to just miss it like that. So I'm going to be saving it. Yes. Did it save? Yes. So I'm going to be keeping it in my dump site. Okay. Okay, just keeping this here. Okay, so now I'm going to be showing you something that I'm going to be doing. So let's just scrap all this. Sometimes whenever you do your work and it looks cool, whenever you're canceling the whole analysis, you get so angry. So now I'm going to be focusing just on this. Yeah, I'm going to be focusing on this in order to get entry. So now let's go to as low as 5 minutes first. Let's go to as low as 5 minutes. Yes, I should move this. Now, as low as 5 minutes. Now, you're seeing a let's go to 10 minutes first. Okay, so that we can, okay. So basically, we may not be able to wait to that particular region and be wondering, how can I take opportunities from this particular trade in order for it to go well? Now, that first one was a classic analysis, right? Now, this is the sub analysis. This is what might happen in the market. This is what might happen in markets for those that cannot really wait for the major move. Now, this is what I'm going to be taking in the market for next week. Now, the first thing I'm seeing here is what? A mitigation. Now, that's what first caught my attention, and this is why I feel this is going to work. Now, this caught my attention, the mitigation. Then, what caused the mitigation? You can see a valid break of market structure, then came down here, then mitigated to this particular side. Then the amazing story about this is that it actually broke the highs, meaning this guy is going to go up. Yeah, so it actually broke the highs. Let's just go to 15 minutes so that we can see the full chart. 15 minutes. Okay, we're in 15 minutes. Let's go to 20 minutes. Okay, yeah, so you see it actually broke the highs, meaning all this you're seeing here are just liquidity. Let's just say this is liquidity. And I'm expecting price to give us something from this particular region here, because I'm going to be taking the sales next week from here. Now, how am I going to be taking the sales? A break of market structure here, find a confirmation entry in this particular side here, because this is not really a break of market structure. This is a cut, a change of character. Because if you check it like this, then we have an invalid break of market structure here, BMS, right? After an invalid BMS, we had a change of character, right? Then we're going to be having something here. Yes, so my entry is going to be somewhere here. And because I'm not going to be taking during Asian period, so I'm going to wait for the London section. Maybe it's going to get here. If it gets to this particular region, then I'm going to be so assured that it's going to sell. So when it gets to this particular region, without doing any other sheets that I see next week, because I can see that price is still, maybe it's still respecting it in this particular side here, still respecting the other block here. So I don't know. But the reason why I feel it's going to respect this and come down is because there are many unmitigated other blocks, especially this one. This one is unmitigated yet. This is on a bigger time frame, or should I say this is on 20 minutes time frame. This is unmitigated. So price as like there's a high chance that price is going to come down to this particular region here. Let me not force the market to give us what it's not giving us. Okay, so I'm going to be looking for a break of market structure. This is our liquidity. You see, somebody was asking me that why am I just focusing on one pair? I made a lot of losses, I think last 3 weeks or last 2 weeks. And I came to a realization that I broke my plan. Now, how did I break my plan? I was focusing on a lot of pairs just because of my subscribers were demanding for a lot of pairs. And I found out that, well, these subscribers are actually not the one paying me. My traders won't pay me. So I can't actually, because of what they are telling me, I should start making losses. You understand? I was focusing on a lot of pairs. So I was missing a lot of opportunities on GBP USD. Now you can see I did the first analysis, it was looking so cool. And I'm still doing this one and it's still looking so cool. So this is a break of market structure, which you can see that it has broken up, but it's still respecting this. So I am still a bit skeptical, but I feel and I wish the price can go back to this particular side. When it goes here, you can see a nice downward movement. Now I'm not going to be taking this because this is a very huge sell. This is a very huge, yeah, 16 pips is actually very huge for me. So what I'm going to be doing is, let's just go down to as low as, okay, let's do something together. Let's scrap that out. Then go down to as low as 4 minutes. Okay, we can see a smaller one. Though I don't think, let's just go to 3 minutes first. But that 4 minutes won't look so valid, 1 minute. Okay, I'm going with 4 minutes. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to be going with 4 minutes. So I'm going to go, yeah, I'm going to go with 4 minutes. Then if I can see a smaller time frame entry somewhere here, then I'll go with it. So this is another high chance. There's another high chance that this is going to be very valid. 20 minutes. This is going to be very, very valid. So what we're going to be waiting for is just maybe a mitigation from either this side. Yeah, because if I'm to check, let's check it together. If there's another block there. 3 minutes. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. 2 minutes. Okay, let's just check 1 minute. Ah, man. Yeah. Man, it's getting really, really crazy. So you can see that GBP alone can give you a whole lot of confirmations before you enter. So you just have to be very careful, because it looks like I'm seeing something else. I'm seeing that price has actually mitigated one way or the other in this particular side of the second time frame. Then has given us a break of market structure. Then I can see the price may just come to this particular region and start selling. But the reason why I will never take this particular trade is because this will happen only on Asian time frame. Asian time frame are very bad for GBP USD and any USD, any USD pair. Yeah. So if you're going to be trading this, I implore you, your SL is going to be very wide. So don't trade this. But I feel this was going to happen in the market. So this is just a possibility, or should I say probability, that this is going to happen. So I'm just going to see a break of market structure, this break of market structure, or should I say a coach, like that, come back here, then boom, start coming down to this particular region. Now, but imagine if this happened, man, it's going to be a very beautiful trade. Like, okay, they said I have 10 more minutes. Wow, we've talked a lot on just GBP USD. Just imagine this happened. It's going to be it's going to have been awesome. Yep. Now, this is just the first, and this is not really the entry position, but I may be spotting an entry in this particular place because you can see that it's mitigated this place here and started going up, right? There are many confluences you have to look for before you can just place that buy or sell. Now, the easiest thing to do is to place, you feel is, many people think the easiest thing to do is just to place the buy or the sell. No, the easiest thing to do, or the hardest thing to do, is to place the buy or sell. You have to first come back here, look for all your confluences, because you can see now the price has actually broken this particular region here, or should I say it broke bracket structure, touched the FVG right here, right? Mitigated FVG, went up, mitigated order block here, went up. Then it may still come back to mitigate this other block. So if I to even find entry, we can just find in this place and it's give us 1:22 or 23. And we may still hold it if it comes down to this particular key zone. And don't forget that there's still another key zone down, because this is just the accumulation on a 12-hour time frame. Thank you very much for your time. I just hope this analysis shed more light on your own analysis. This is just what I see in the market and know what's going to happen. It's not 100%, may just be 50 to 70%, yeah, accurate, because no matter how it is, all these key zones have importance and there is a high chance it's going to react. It may not, it may hit the itself, but it must react from all those key zones I just spotted out. Thank you very much. If you have questions, you can just kindly ask me. If you have questions, you can ask me. Okay, any question? Ouch. This thing disconnect.